Good evening, everyone. Hope you would be you able to see me and hear me properly. Sorry for slight delay to have some technical issue. So, how are you today? For those people who are here for the first time, you see go to webinar control panel. You can see questions and chat. So, if you whatever questions I might ask you, please type your input or your answer and questions, so I would be able to see you. Because the purpose of this session is just not to provide you with information, but also to hear your feedback. So you might have some questions which you want to ask me by the end of the session, or maybe some concerns which you want to express. So therefore, please use this webinar room fully. And if you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to type it. That will be good also to hear your feedback. Before we start, do we have new people today? Can you type how many times have you attended this webinar? Is this your first webinar? Maybe second, third? Just type any number in a chat so I would be able to see. Or questions. Use questions probably would be easier to use questions. So how many times have you attended a webinar? I mean specifically for India. So we have new people here who never attended webinar. 3 times, 2, 1. Okay, great. So we have new people. Okay, excellent. Well, let's start. So now you know how to use a GoToWebinar room, panel room, for you to type the questions, and I will be able to see them during the presentation as well. So anything you wanted to ask or clarify, feel free to type your questions here. Just to introduce myself first, my name is Mila. I'm a business development director of Global Transnet UK. I'm in a company for more than 3 years as the private investor, but fully involved in the business for a year and a half. My role is to work with their different countries, English-speaking countries, with the private investors, but also with big investors working today with their hedge funds, with the private family offices, and also on a governmental level for the project initiation. And my role today is to introduce you with the Skyway technology. We have lots of news for India specifically, and these webinars are specifically for people who live in India. And as you probably heard about recent company trip, I will also cover this by much more detail later on in the presentation. Here we are, Skyway Invest Group. We are educational investment portal and the trademark of the Rail Skyway system technology. Our mission is to educate people about the importance of financial and investment education. As you can see from this slide, our CEO, Andrei Havratov, he is the one who created Academy around 8 years ago. He decided to create the place where people can not just learn about investment and financial, but also to implement this in real life. So therefore, Academy of Private Investor and Skyway merged together a few years ago. And Andrei Havratov, our CEO, his background, he is professional investor. He's been involved in so many traditional businesses. Himself, he one of the biggest investors in Skyway technology. He is a multi-millionaire, and his role today is help and bring funds to the main technology. And Skyway Invest Group, we are the company who deal with their financial and investment education. So we provide people with opportunity to learn more about the company, and also we provide them with information about Skyway technology and what their role could be. So our main mission is to educate people, but also to show them Skyway project, to explain how this project could impact their life and overall, a global mission of the Skyway technology. Challenges we can address. I guess this is very common picture myself. I just been to India, just returned like a week ago, and I was very shocked, and it's very sad to see like a city like New Delhi, very busy, extremely busy, lots of traffic, lots of accidents, huge level of pollution today. And it is not just in India. I'm not just speaking up on you guys. I live in London myself, and we can see very similar pictures, and like very similar images in London as well. Huge traffic, lots of accidents. Today, people talk about asthma more and more because pollution creates, a huge impact on health. And today, unfortunately, big cities like Tokyo, like New York, Delhi, London, you name almost every single capital in the world today suffering from the transport related challenges. But we're here not to talk about challenges and problems. We aware of them. We're here today talk about solutions. Solution which we're offering is Unitsky string technology, or Skyway. On this slide, you can see Unitsky himself. He is a general designer and constructor of Skyway technology. He been awarded with lots of certificates and golden medals, awards. He received 2 grants from UN for the development. So he is extremely well recognized person, and he got recognition from local and from like from different levels of the government, as well as like UN for the development. So he is very key person in our company. And 35 years ago, he had this idea to bring new transport infrastructure to the market. Unfortunately, 35 years ago, we're talking about post-Soviet Union space. There was lots of restrictions, and country borders were completely shut for people like Unitsky. It was extremely hard to approach people from outside of Russia. So therefore, he received huge support from the government, but in terms of the funding, he was not able to secure the right funds, and therefore he decided to postpone with his idea for the better time. So now is better times. We live in the 21st century. Lots of things has been changed, and today a world looking for technology like this. The best and the biggest advantages of the Skyway is that we don't have to. We don't have to use physical road. So we built 2 anchors or 2 support legs, which are from 5 meters up to 5 kilometers distance. And we put the monorail inside of which we have a string technology and the train on the top. So technology itself is very unique. We can install Skyway in the middle of sea, in the middle of mountain, in the middle of safari, pretty much any terrain. So therefore, the accessibility for this technology and the adaptability huge. So therefore, when we travel the world today, there are lots of countries who see the potential in this technology. But before going this, I wanted to show you a very quick video which will explain you a bit more detail about technology itself and its advantages. So what you saw from that video is that even though we are still startup project, but we achieved a lot so far. We have own piece of land which was given us by country president Lukashenko, president of Belarus. 35 hectares of land for test, certification, and demonstration purposes. Today we have Unibike, the one you saw from video. It is the one-on-one model, so it is not just a toy, or it is not a prototype. It is actual size unibus. A unibike, sorry, and the video was taken October, November last year. So since that time of the when video was taken, lots of things has changed in the park. So today we have a cargo line installed as well as high-speed line already being installed as well. So the main advantages of the Skyway technology is that the first of all, high-speed trains, urban skyway, and cargo, all of them are very high efficient, low noise, safe, and eco-friendly. We have these three main product which we are happy to offer to the market. High-speed skyway designed for outer city connections. The speed of high speed is up to 500 kilometers an hour, with a performance of 500,000 passengers per day and more. Urban Skyway designed for city, the maximum speed of 150 kilometers an hour. City train could be implemented together with the high speed. So, for example, it could be elevated or mounted. And if it's elevated, then we can have a double-side road where on the top we can have high-speed transport, and the bottom we can have city transport as well. And plus cargo, which is, if you take the cargo alone, you will see the huge potential, especially for countries like India, where you have, huge lands and you can potentially do lots of trade within the country. But because today you don't have a good transportation links, it is a very big challenge for the government to transport goods between the states where you don't have nice infrastructure being in place. And cargo transport, again, the speed could be up to 500 kilometers an hour, performance 200 million tons per year and more. And cargo could be designed in a way that we can import, export water, perishable goods. It could be any materials or anything pretty much could be exported or imported using cargo or skyway. And for each country we will have a certain designs which will be in relationship to what this cargo will be used for. So as you can see, we are not just bringing a new car to the market, we are creating completely new infrastructure, include logistics, include their monorail itself, stations, include the cars or buses, and etc. So today we have this opportunity to be involved on a company where by us representing this company on a different countries globally, we give an opportunity to the country leaders to recognize the potential of Skyway technology. Because imagine once you build a high speed in India, for example, we can potentially connect together states which are not even connected today at all with the usual road. And the best part of the Skyway technology, it cost. And I will mention this in our competitor analysis, but here I just wanted to show you how the transport look inside. The first time when we present the real models, you can see a unibike for two people on the right hand side pictures. On the left hand side picture, a unibike and unibus. And the first time this technology was presented at InnoTrans exhibition 2016 September, where this technology was launched. So you can see that unibike, the bottom picture in the middle, that's how unibike look like from inside. Everything is automated, so we don't need to have a drivers to drive the technology. It's all driverless, and also it's very modern. So we don't use heavy metals. We use a lots of wood to make this technology more eco-friendly, and at the same time make it more lighter. Because today, if you look at their like traditional transport, or let's say trains, the reason why trains are quite expensive because the machinery itself, it's a few tons, so it's very heavy to build it. So therefore it requires lots of material, and material today is very expensive. So by us switching from this heavy machinery to light transport like a skyway, it makes the cost, we can significantly reduce the cost. And these are also real images. These are a few images on the top. Again, it was November, I believe, last year. You can see construction is ready, it's completed, and Unibike is up and running today. So we do different tests and certification. And the bottom two pictures for Unibus, the bus with the capacity of 14 people. Again, it's all up and running. It is a working model. And carriages, as I mentioned previously, could be different size with different capacity. It all will depend on a client pre-order. Competitor analysis. Have you heard about levitation train or magnetic levitation train? Can you put plus in chat if you have heard about magnetic levitation train? So some of you do. Some of you not. Okay, well, just to brief prehistory of the magnetic levitation train, this technology exists for more than 35 years. Technology originally was brought by a German company, and the first tests were done in Germany. Today, you can find magnetic levitation train only in China. And the reason why, because you can see the cost plays really crucial role here. So even though magnetic levitation train can reach up to 600 kilometers an hour, it's very safe. It's eco-friendly, but unfortunately, cost per kilometer is playing huge impact on technology adaptability. There are not so many countries today who can afford to have not so many countries today in the world who can afford to have a transport with the cost of 105 million per kilometer. While if you compare this cost with the Skyway, you would be able to see a huge difference. So Skyway technology, we can provide very good speed up to 500 kilometers an hour. It is very safe transport because again, we are not digging physical road. So the transport will be 5 to 10 meters above the ground. We don't have any cross links with people, with animals, or with existing transports. We can build Skyway on the top of existing infrastructure. We are eco-friendly and we can adopt Skyway infrastructure on any terrain. As I mentioned, it could be in the middle of mountain, in the middle of water. We can, if needs to be, we can even install the construction 65 degrees up. And you can see the cost is also playing a very crucial role. Even though we are the latest innovation, but building Skyway is cheaper than build magnetic levitation train, than build Hyperloop, or even Skytrain. Skytrain is not even yet exist. This is just an idea. The reason why we have Skytrain here on this slide is to show you that there are lots of companies today and lots of entrepreneurs who wanted to enter this market because market is huge and potential is few trillions dollars. However, there are not so many companies who can really offer something unique like we do. So therefore, potential is huge. The potential is here, and the fact that Skyway technology is even cheaper than building conventional bridge or building traditional road make this offer really unbeatable to many countries to the world. Today in Minsk and Marina Gorka, you can see Ecotechnopark construction. We organized a very big event 1st of July where people are invited from all over the globe to visit park themselves. Today this park is used for certification and demonstration purposes. So once City Transport is certified, which will be July this year, then we will be able to adopt the technology globally. By the end of this year, we will have certification for cargo transport, and next year high speed. So how we achieve what we achieved so far? Through the crowdfunding. There are different types of crowdfunding exist today. The one we use called equity-based crowdfunding, which means that once people invested in companies, they become a part of the company. So they receive the certificate that they are co-owners of the technology itself. What that means when company goes to IPO, which is our exit strategy for the next 2 to 4 years, the people who were introduced to the company at the beginning, they will receive lifelong dividends, and they would be owners of the portfolios, which could worth, a few millions and more for the next only few years. So people who join the company at the beginning or even now through all the stages would have a great opportunity to be part of the company and also receive the great benefits added on as being part of the shareholders. Today we are on a stage number 9 out of 15. As you can see from this slide, this is our brief business development plan. Stage number 15 represents IPO, and today in 2017, stage number 9 responsible for certification and demonstration. And according to our business plan, which you can find online, for certain stages, we understand how much money we need to raise, and most importantly, we know how we're going to spend this money. So we're not just, looking for X amount to spend and X amount to build. We have concrete understanding what needs to be completed by when and what is the budget for that. And again, this makes this case much more stronger because there are lots of startups today who have some sort of the plan, but it's very hard to execute it because once you're in a startup, there are always some, extras, extra expenses, or, something extra might pop in. In our case, our business development plan is built in a way that even today, Unitsky managed to optimize it. So instead of their initial target, which used to be $300 million, we now managed to optimize around 70,000 lesser than it used to be at the beginning of the journey, which was 2014. So Unitsky managed to optimize a lot, and it gave us, opportunity to complete everything even before. So people again who joined the company at the beginning, they able to see today's huge difference. But even people who joined the company at this stage, they still would be able to see, how the portfolio grows significantly. And only next 2 to 4 years, when company enter IPO, then those people would be able to choose to sell or to keep their portfolios, whatever they decided best for them. From this slide, you can see that we have lots of MOUs, agreements been signed. The company been actively involved in business development for almost a year now, and we managed to reach more than 20 agreements from various countries. On this slide, just example of few, we have Rod Hook from Australia on the top right picture. He is ex-Chief Transport Minister of South Australia. He done an incredible job, and he is the one who recognized the technology potential from, outside the Russia world. And he invited our Recon engineering company. They are one of the biggest and well-known and reputable engineering company in Australia. He sent official letter to Unitsky that they support this technology fully, and they will be the one who will be in charge for the project development in Australia. So we have all 4 projects in Australia coming for the next year. And Rod Hook himself, he is now one of the directors of the Skyway, and with his engineering background, of course, he managed to push this project further in Australia and receive all necessary support. We have agreements with Belarus, with Russia, with Ukraine, of course. We have agreements with Czech Republic, with Irish office, with Turkey. Turkey delegation visited Minsk last year, and very recently, just a few days ago, they come back again. In Turkey, they planning to build a few projects because I don't know if you ever been to Turkey. It's a huge piece of land, but they don't have even trains, so just either car or bus. And sometimes you would end up spending, like 6-7 hours to go from one side of the island to like travel to another one, which is very costly. But at the same time, you will waste lots of time, and they're looking for Skyway as an opportunity for them to bring more tourists to the country, which is again another positive aspect of our technology. It is not just for local people to use it, but also country officials. They see huge potential in technology development, because then this technology can positively influence on economic growth. And our probably the biggest client so far is India. We managed to sign few agreements with Indian government very recently. The first visit, I believe it was December last year. And as a result of this visit, trilateral investment agreement has been signed. So we have now more than 4 projects in India alone, and details will be announced later on. But even if you today Google Skyway India, you would be able to find lots of articles from third party like Indian Times and other newspapers when they talk about Skyway. So this technology has been hugely recognized, specifically in India, and probably the first project will be in Dharamshala city. And as you can see from this slide, very recently we have attended one of the biggest conferences called Smart Cities India 2017 from 10 to 12 May. And during this event, we reached a huge exposure from, we have our partners on site. We have lots of government officials who supported the Skyway. We have lots of, businessmen who came to visit specifically Skyway stand and to talk about further business development. So lots of things have been completed in India, and I guess one of the most important event was Dalai Lama blessing, which happens on the last day of the event. Yunitsky with his team, they travel to see Dalai Lama, and he gave him a full blessing and support. So this is, I guess, very huge factor that, we deal here with the business, we deal here a lot with with the governments, but at the same time, on more spiritual note, we have people like Dalai Lama who support us, who give us the blessing, and it means a lot for Yunitsky. It means a lot for people who support technology today. I want to show you another quick video, just 2 minutes, from Viktor Baburin. He is Deputy CEO of the Skyway, and he will share his thoughts and what was done on his visit in Minsk.
Буквально недавно завершился наш такой большой тур, большая поездка по азиатскому региону. Началось это 6 мая в Индии. Наша компания принимала участие в большой выставке Smart Cities, умные города. Небольшая предыстория. Smart Cities — это программа, которая несколько лет уже действует в Индии. Для индусов провели конкурс, выбрали определенное количество городов, претендующих на статус умных, определили программу финансирования и начали теперь думать, что же это такое умный город, какие технологии превращают город в умный. До выставки мы подписали соглашение, это было 9 числа, в резиденции штата в Дели, провели официальные мероприятия, в том числе и для журналистов. Соответственно, с 10 по 12 мая в городе Дели проходила выставка «Умные города». И нашей целью, первой целью поездки в Индию было принять участие. У нас был организован стенд, достаточно большой по масштабам выставки. И там мы должны были презентовать концепцию от умного города к умному государству. Потому что умные города поодиночке являются точечными инновационными пунктами. И только объединение их в сеть с помощью высокоэффективных транспортных решений и позволяет перейти от разобщенных умных городов к сообщенному умному государству. Это была наша основная идея, которую мы хотели донести на выставке.
So that was a very brief video. We have a full interview which is available on our official website. I will be able to send it to you, full link after the webinar. It's like 12 minutes video, where Baburin talks about his current visit to India, to Indonesia, and few other countries where today we are looking to build Skyway. But I guess for you, it was very important to see what's going on specifically in India, as we have a huge plans and we can see the big market potential over there. Myself with my team, when we spent almost 2 weeks there, we will be really, grateful to see huge support from public. And I know there are lots of projects today where companies want to get people involved on board. But if you look at our project, we have lots of unique opportunities which another company simply cannot offer. And today, also to get people involved is very important, because at the end of the day, people are the one who will use this public transport. People are the one who will use the trains and the high-speed trains. So at the end of the day, it is the people project. And Unitsky wanted to position our company as the people company. So it is not just about rich people get richer, and government just select the best project for themselves and earn a lots of yield on that project. Now it's more about what can you get out of it. This is happening in your country. What could be your input? So therefore, I have brilliant news for you guys. Very soon, we're planning to open India market also for our supporters, for people who want to be part of the company. Today, we operate on more than 160 countries globally. In India, what we're offering today is for you to have opportunity to be involved on a project. We're planning to open office in India very, very soon. And as I mentioned previously, we organizing a very big event which will happen 1st of July in Minsk, where people can participate from all over the globe. So if you wanted to have to see the technology yourself, if you wanted to meet Unitsky himself, then you're very welcome to travel to Minsk on the 1st of July and be part of the great event. I want to introduce you a colleague of mine. His name is Ashutosh Kumar. He was with us in India, and he spent lots of time helping the company, and he's the one who now in charge of their company in preparations, and he is great support for our team in London. And overall, we're looking for people like Ashutosh, leaders who can help us to grow. And again, especially in India, it's huge potential. People are, they desperate, and they're looking for opportunity like this to be involved, because this opportunities doesn't come along every day. So I want to introduce you to Ashutosh. If you're here, can you please put plus, so I would be able to share a microphone with you. I don't see you for some reason. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ash, now you can use your microphone and camera. Okay. Can you unmute your mic? And a control panel, GoWebinar control panel. You have. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. The thing is, I am. No, that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. It's a dark room. I'm hiding somewhere.
Okay, if you can introduce yourself
to
our group, that will be great. Just a little bit about your background and what you find out while you was in India. What are your thoughts and feelings about the market? And then we can announce, the big things which we prepared for India.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mila. And listening to you in the last 15-20 minutes, it's an extreme pleasure. Good evening, everybody. My name, as Mila said, is Ashutosh Kumar. I've been in UK for quite a while now, and we recently went to India, and I was there for about 3 weeks. It's been absolutely brilliant, the way people responded to Skyway, and simply because the whole technology is so lucid, that people does want to have this kind of a thing in India. And to be honest with you, and you know very well that we've been sustaining our economy based on more than 200 years old railway system, which works and works well, but it works utterly slowly. So now is a time for us to have a change in the entire, not only just the mindset, the way we think, or we've been thinking in the last several hundred years, but also in the way we do things as well. Now is really a time where we have to start thinking and doing things more promptly and rapidly. As far as the operational things are concerned, myself along with Mila and Arbenz as well, we've been trying to do things in spite of all the odds and a bit of criticism around the market. We have found some enthusiastic people in our team to work with, and as a next step, like Mila said, we are looking into establishing a legal subsidiary in India for Skyway, which would mean that in that case, Skyway would be there available for a normal public. So somebody normal like you and me can actually put our hands into Skyway and be proud of it, to an extent that we can say to our generations coming that, look, you know what, this is what we started 50 years back, and now we're giving it to you. So it's literally the start of having a legacy creating around the whole Indian economy, and along with Skyway as well. And as soon as we have a legal entity established, we will start the other side of the business involved, which is basically crowdfunding, which I think Mila just touched based on it. So that will be coming more in detail as we speak. I'm not going to reveal all these things in this webinar. But yes, I mean, just to give you a good feel that we are progressing, and we are progressing very steadily and confidently. And in next month to maximum 1.5 to 2 months time, you'll see some major changes. And hopefully we'll see you mostly in Minsk on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th of July. And that will be a major event where, if you know, sometimes you have to see the technology. Seeing is believing, really. So for some people who are lacking in their belief at the moment, I do strongly recommend you to get to a position where you need to be, and please do book your tickets, make your mind, because this is something that will blow away you know, your mind, and you'll be extremely proud of the fact that you are a part of Skyway at the moment. So I won't, I'll stop myself here, otherwise I can just go on and on. So over to you, Mila.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for your input. Like as Ash mentioned, we do have you know, lots of things in mind which we can potentially offer to Indian markets, specifically taking into consideration that we receive full government support, and probably the first commercial road will be built in India. So we have a huge market potential, and taking into consideration that in India alone, lots of, you know, hundreds of millions of people, like a few billions in fact, who are, you know, would be keen to look at the project like this, to support some of them from financial, some of them from not financial point of view, make this market even, you know, stronger and lucrative for us. And we do want our overall public to have a benefits from being involved in the project. So what you can do at the moment, and the reason of this webinar was from one hand to share with you information which we had, but from another hand also to provide you call for actions. At the moment, I recommend you to go back to people who introduce you to this webinar, to this technology, and ask them to help you with the registration. We're looking to register as many people from India as possible, so we can make the strong case to our company that we have people from India who wanted to be part of this project. And these people, this, all statistics will be provided as, the factor that, yes, we need to open office SAP, because we also wanted to receive support from you guys. So please make sure that if after the webinar you want to know more and you wanted to be involved in the project, don't just sit back and wait until we open office. Please make some actions now and do register yourself with the company, support this project, not financially at the moment, just support that you want to be part of the group. And once we have everything is legalized and everything will be, open for public, then you would be the first people who will know that. And we'll do the big grand opening event in India for the upcoming months, where we will announce that now people can be involved in the project from financial point of view. So hopefully this news should give you, a bit of background of what should be done next. And myself and Ash and other people who are working for Indian market, some of them live in India, some of them outside. We're here to support you through your journey. And very soon we will announce the news about the company corporations. One is completed, and then next steps will be also announced very shortly. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, please feel free to post in chat. Either myself or Ash will be able to answer. And if you don't have any questions, then that will be pretty much it for tonight. So let me know if there's something you want to discuss. Feel free to type your questions now. I don't see any questions.
I think it has to be one of the two. Either you have done really a good job, or you've done absolutely horrendous job. People know nothing about it.
Okay, I see. Interesting. Would love to visit technical facility in July. Yeah, definitely. Was there at the beginning. Thank you, Mila and Ash. Well, I will take it as we've done a great job here. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much for your time. I will keep this recording, so I will be able to put in chat as well, so you can share with your people and let them know that we are coming to India. So let's prepare it. Let's make it big. Let's make this market buzzing, and we have all the opportunities for public to be involved in this project, and that's what we're aiming for. So count on your support, and hopefully after this webinar you will have more curiosity about the project, and you will end up reading all night today about the project and what it could possibly do for your country. Take care, guys. That's all from my side. Ash, do you want to add something?
No, just good luck and be with us. India needs you. We need you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.